One of the officers, namely the Chief of Staff of France, stated that since you took power, the security situation has greatly deteriorated. One could even say it's catastrophic. What is your response to this officer, Mr. President?
He's French, isn't he? He should mind his own business. We are Burkinabe. It's none of his concern. They need to understand that. All I'm saying is when someone talks about our countries, it's an insult to us. It means they see us as less than human. What business is it of theirs? The situation has deteriorated, but that's between us, Burkinabe. Is it any of their concern? Not at all. They should mind their own business. Not at all. They should mind their own business. And they should stay in their own country. Why do they have to stick their nose into Burkina's affairs? Oh, but they still have the power of colonization. Let them say it out loud that they are the colonial masters and we are the slaves. They have to stick their nose into Burkina's affairs. Oh, but they still have the power of colonization. Let them say it out loud that they are the colonial masters and we are the slaves. That's why they interfere.
Hello, my people. Today we are asking the question: why is it that the French people or France abhor young people being in charge of Africa? You know, any place that a young guy is in charge of Africa, like any country in Africa that is in charge of a young guy is in charge of Africa, French abhors that. They dislike it with their heart. You know what I mean? And they love old people being in charge of Africa. They love it. All these old men in charge. It's gonna be. We know why they love it, because it's business as usual. You know what I mean? These people. You look at Cameroon, Paul Biya. It's almost 96 years. And the French love it. They can never talk bad about Paul Biya, because anything they want from Cameroon, they will get it, because the guy is boss. He's boss for a long time now. You know what I mean? France can never say, look, you have been in power for 40 years and you are old. Why can't you allow another person to be in charge if it's democracy? Yeah, and these people, they don't believe in democracy anyway. So, and you look at another place, you see old men in charge again. You see Equatorial Guinea, Obiang, Theodore Obiang is old as well. He's very old, and they stayed in charge of Equatorial Guinea, just like Paul Biya, for a long time. French will never complain about, why should he be in charge? Like, this is like a king, a royal family. You know what I mean? It's no longer about democracy. And no one will convince me to believe that the Cameroonians or the Cameroon, they have they have a practicing democracy. You know what I mean? They don't have practicing democracy in that country, and everybody knows that. And it's regrettable. You know what I mean? Because you see this often, and the same thing with the Ivory Coast. Al Hassan Kodara, he's still in charge, and this old guy, and the French love it. They love it because they want the business as usual. You know what I mean? When you become one of their, they put you there. It's like they put you there. You are answerable to them, not to your people. That's why they don't do anything about it. They don't say anything about it. They don't even raise an eyebrow. But look at Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. Look at how French is giving them trouble, just because the young guys there, they mean well for their people. If even France will convince the West to say, look, these guys, they are dictators, they are this and that. You know what I mean? And they failed, because everything they said, these people don't listen to them. And the French, and they only, you see Macron, the French president, is now like all his mission for foreign trips is in Africa. You know what I mean? He's giving speeches. He's visible, very visible in Africa, and the reason why he's going around in Africa is he want to buy some few, because he has lost 3 countries in Africa, or even 4. he's trying to make up for the loss. The French have lost Mali, they have lost Burkina Faso, Niger, and there's no hope they will get it back. I will pray they don't get it back anyway, because these people, they have been they have not done anything for these people. They're just parasites there. They want to control them forever. And these young guys came and said, no, it's not going to be business as usual. Now you have to treat us as equal. Not only as equal, we are even the one helping you guys, because all the benefit you guys are getting from our mineral resources, abundant mineral resources. There's nothing to show for that in Africa. You know what I mean? It's just business as usual. People are getting poorer, and you guys are getting more minerals, from our soil. And these young guys say, no, we are not going to be puppets like Barbea or Ibiang of Equatorial Guinea. You're not going to happen. It has been happening, and now stop it. And the French, they don't know what to do, because now it's going to affect the economy. When economy depends on what you get in Africa for a long time, and you're going to think like it's business as usual. And they want to maintain this. They want to maintain that flow of minerals even with force. They will do everything in their power to make sure it's flowing. But now they hit the wall. They have run to a dead end in Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. And that's why these people are trying to cause trouble for them. Because even if they cause trouble, what they want to do is destabilize the country and make it ungovernable. Because they believe that if they can't get anything, let the country not be in trouble. It's only their way or nothing. But they're not gonna get their way now, because people have opened their eyes and see all their tricks. You know what I mean? Peace.